Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my previous videos we learned about how to create an ETL pipeline, and we learned about how to use the different type of triggers. So in this video I'll be explaining you about the activity. So let's start with the copy activity. um, okay so this one pipeline we already created previously, and in our first demo also we used the copy activity. So what is the use of this activity? Like, it is used for copying the data from source to the sink, that is our destination. So there are different type of settings, I think you know, right? So over here you can see the copy activity. Now there are different settings for this copy activity, so let's see one by one. So name will be providing. Timeout means, if you want, like for example, if you want to complete this copy activity within some period of time, so you can mention over here. So you are mentioning that this activity should be completed within this time limit. So retry means, for example, if your this activity got failed, so how many time you want to retry. You can give the count 1 2 3 4 like that. So retry interval second means, okay, so you'll be retrying that, right? If that activity is failed, so in what interval? So at the first time it will retry. If again it got failed, then after 30 seconds it will again retry. You can mention the time, maybe 300 seconds like that. And this secure output and secure input is used for encryption. Like it will use the encryption method, so that your data will get encrypted. These two both options. Now let's move to source. Over here we will be choosing our data set, that I have already mentioned you. File type means you will be mentioning the file type. You can provide a prefix over here, or wildcard, maybe like anything. After that input, then after that dot txt, like that you can provide. So mostly we'll be using the file path in the data set only, so this one no need to provide. So if you want to delete the file after completion, you can check on this max current concurrent connection. So this means, like, if actually there will be only one connection, but if you want in maximum 3 or 4 concurrent connection to your source, like it's kind of thread, which is working parallel on concurrent. So if you want to connect to source like 5 point at once, you can provide 5. So sync is similar. So here you will be providing a data set. Copy behavior, so like in copy behavior, like it also depend upon your target. So like here we can see, like if there is a different type of your sync. Right now we are using the binary file, that is txt file. So we are seeing the option like add dynamic content, flatten hierarchy, preserve hierarchy. So there will be a hierarchy in a file. If you want to preserve that hierarchy, you need to click on that. If you want to flatten that hierarchy structure, you need to click on that. So it depends upon your requirement. So after that, max current connections. So max current connection, like before I explain you on the source, like in sync also, like at once how many concurrent connection you want to the your target or sync. So you can mention here. Blob size, you can just give anything. I mean, you can mention the size of the blob. How much in size. Metadata means, like if you want to provide the when this file was last modified, you can provide here. You can just give last modified, so you can access this in your pipeline later on when this file was modify, like metadata means it will give the data of this file, like last modified. So it also depend upon the what kind of target you are using. Here I can see only last modified. So here, okay, so why this mapping section is okay, not able to, we are not able to for binary copy, but it will be applicable for if you are using okay, let's say if you are using a database, SQL database, then it will be applicable. I'll show you this one also. I'll show you here in documentation. Okay, so if you click on that mapping part, right, it will show like this. And I'll give you one example. Okay, example. Okay, so if there is one employee, our source, and this is our target, and the target mm, what is it, that structure of the table is department id, name and salary, and employee structure id, name and salary. Let's say, so if you want to, like map the employee id to the target table name, like in case, okay, target name, like you can map like this. Okay, this for this, like if you want column A from source 1, and you want to map to the target column B, column B to, you can map to column A. Okay, I'll show you one example. You can see, I'll show you, like when you click on that, you can see like this. So this is your field name, and you will be mapping to customer id into your destination. Okay, name to the last name in the destination, last modified to the modified date into the destination, like this. For example, if you don't want this last modified date to be shown in your destination, then you can just delete this. Okay, if you don't want some column name, then you can just delete that mapping. Okay, that's all for about mapping. Now let's come to the setting. So this maximum data integration unit means, like it will it is related to the money. Okay, so it's kind of how much cpu you want. So if you can use auto, then you will be charged like this. If you use to, so it will charge different. Okay, so if you want your work to be done faster, then you use the higher number, like that. If your degree of copy parallelism means, like it's kind of like degree of parallelism, how much you want, like 1 to 10, you can mention that how much fast you want. You can data consistency, this is to verify. Fault tolerance means, like if there is a incompatible rows coming from the source to the target, then you can completely ignore that row and start copying other things. Okay, like this, like if the file with invalid name, you can skip files, like that. mm, Fault tolerance means, yeah, I just explained. Logging means if you want to log, okay, log the things, then you need to select your storage connection name and where you want to log those things, you can find. And enable staging means, guys, like will staging is one of the layer in the ETL process. Okay, so at the first we'll try to replicate the data from the source, and then we'll try to stage it. Okay, stage is a temporary location where you will store your data. So if you want to enable staging, you can check on this button. That's all for user properties. Okay, so if you want to like source and destination, I'll show you like where it will be shown, like source and destination to be shown into your, it's kind of metadata. Okay, while you are seeing in the monitor, like there won't be any, like from which path your source it is and what is the path for your destination, it won't be shown over there. So you can mention that, so whoever is monitoring this ETL pipeline can see, okay, this is a path for your source and this is a path for your destination. Okay, like over here you can see, if you go to monitor and if you click on this pipeline, so right now since we are using only activity, so it's only one, you can click on this. So the activity, okay, maybe this is a previous run, so it's not showing, guys. So actually it should be visible over here, your source and destination information, it will be visible over here. So it will be easy for any guys who is monitoring your pipeline to know, understand, to know the what is your source path and destination path. Okay, I think I have covered all the settings regarding copy data, but actually there are lot more, like if you use a different kind of source, maybe from the Amazon S3 or SQL database, so the setting might get little change. Okay, for that you can always always refer to this documentation, so it would be very easy. So that's all about the copy data activity, guys. So thank you for watching. If you like my video, please like, subscribe and share to your friend. That's all for today. So I'll be coming into the next video explaining about the other type of activities. Okay, that's all for today. Bye bye, guys.